With that exclusive KRDO 13 Investigates interview with the Los Animas County Coroner.
He is breaking his silence for the first time after allegations surfaced that he buried multiple homeless people in a single grave. Those burials happened at a small private cemetery in Trinidad, which is about 2 hours south of Colorado Springs. KRDO 13 investigator Quinn Ritzdorf sat down with the coroner after he was recently cleared of any wrongdoing. Quinn.
Yeah, that's right, Bart. The Colorado Bureau of Investigations cleared the Los Animas County Coroner after a months-long investigation. Tonight, he tells KRDO 13 Investigates he did nothing wrong, and this comes after months of scrutiny over allegations that he improperly buried 5 bodies. But tonight, he says he was just following state law.
I had statues that covered me, so that's why we did it. I was fine with that until everything blew up.
Everything blew up when a family member exhumed one of those unidentified bodies from Starkville Cemetery in Trinidad back in September. During the process, they found another body underneath. They found 2 bodies in one grave. Why was that?
They were not placed on top of each other, as it was reported. They were placed side by side. They were all buried together. It appeared that they were on top of each other. Yeah, it did appear that way, but it was not, because I was also there.
Documents say Los Animas County Coroner Dominic Verker buried 5 unknown bodies in this cemetery, and the owner of the cemetery, Carl Mestis, had no idea. Verker says he received permission from who he thought was the owner.
The gentleman told me it was his uncle, so we made arrangements with purchase graves and bury him there. I didn't know Mr. Mestis owned the land until all of this took place. I had no idea.
In December, the Colorado Bureau of Investigations looked into the alleged improper burials. After a months-long investigation, Verker was cleared of any criminal wrongdoing. No criminal violations. There are still families, the Huffs, the Radfords, that say what you did was unethical or disrespectful. What do you have to say to those families?
Again, we don't disrespect a dead body, if you will. We're probably more respect than we do for a live person. We treat them all the same. I had to do what I had to do. Yeah, burying them with a John Doe or Jane Doe it's not easy, okay? I'm human.
Even after being criminally exonerated, some in the community are trying to recall Verker from his coroner's seat.
And whether you attach legal or moral principles to it, nothing in there is addressed says what he did was illegal. What he did was wrong. It was unethical, it was immoral.
But Verker says he's not concerned with that recall effort.
It's a moot point. Mr. Murphy doesn't abide by many laws, obviously. It's all false statements, as he's proven in the court report. Petitioners need to gather more than 1,200 signatures by May 12th to trigger that recall election. Reporting live in Los Animas County, Quinn Ritzdorf, KRDO 13 Investigates.